So next chapter is flow measurement. How do you find out the discharge? That is today our topic. You know very well about the discharge. What is meant by discharge? It is the rate of flow. The units for rate of flow are meter cube per second. Okay. So we have different types of methods to find out the flow rate. Especially venturimeter. If you want to find out the flow rate in a pipe, we have different types of equipments or instruments. Those are venturimeter, orifices, orifice meter, mouthpiece, nozzle meter, pitot tubes. These all are comes under pipe flow. Okay, you can find out the flow rate in the pipes. If you want to find out the flow rate in the open channel like flumes, canals and rivers etc., we have notches and wears. In notches we have different types of notches: rectangular notch, triangular notch, V notch. Okay, in the wear also already we have studied all those things. Different types of notches, different types of wears. How do you find out the discharge? How do you derivate the discharge formula? How do you compare with rectangular notch to V notch? Okay, so how do you compare with submerged orifice, submerged weir to fully submerged weir or partly submerged weir? Okay, so all these things we have studied in the notches and wears chapter. Here let us see. First of all, we have to know about the venturimeter. In the venturimeter we have three important things. First one is convergent cone or inlet. Second one is throat. Third one is divergent cone. The venturimeter is a device used for measuring the rate of flow of a liquid through a pipe. It consists of three things. First one is a short convergent cone. This is short convergent cone. Convergent cone. Second one is throat. This is throat. Second one. Okay. Third one is divergent cone. Divergent cone. Okay, so we have three things: convergent to, throat to, divergent. If you see the convergent cone is nothing but it is a short pipe. It is a short pipe. It is converting like this. Okay, gradually this diameter reducing, which tapers from original size of the pipe in which venturimeter is fitted to that of throat of the venturimeter. It is fitting to the throat of a venturimeter. It has a total included angle is, this included angle is 20 degrees or 21 plus or minus 1 degree ఉంటుంది. Okay na, and its length is equal to 2.7. length enta, this length convergent cone length enta 2.7 times of 2.7 into capital D minus small d ఇంత ఉంటుంది. Here capital D అంటే ఏంటిది? Capital D is the diameter of the pipe. Small d అంటే ఏంటిది? Diameter of the throat. Diameter of the throat. ఇది diameter of the pipe. Okay. The throat is a short tube. ఇప్పుడు కన్వర్జెంట్ కోన్ అంటే అర్థమైంది కదా. Next, throat అనేది short tube having smaller diameter gradually is small d equal to capital D by 2. ఇది ఎంత ఉంటుంది? throat small d by 2 ఉంటుంది, సారీ capital D by 2 ఉంటుంది throat అనేది. capital D అంటే ఏంటో మీకు చెప్పాను, pipe dia. Then the divergent cone is gradually tapering pipe with its diameter increasing from throat to the original size of the pipe with included angle lying between 5 to 15 degrees Celsius. 15 degrees. Okay. So this angle ఎంత ఉంటుంది? 5 degrees to 15 degrees ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ మీకు క్లియర్ గా మెన్షన్ చేయడం జరిగింది. తర్వాత, since the cross sectional area of the throat is smaller than the area of the pipe, the velocity of flow at throat is greater than the velocity of flow in the pipe. Why? Because here the diameter is less. If diameter is less, the velocity is more, the pressure is less. Okay, diameter directly proportional, inversely proportional to velocity. మీరు ఒక స్మాల్ ట్యూబ్ తీసుకోండి. If you take a small tube or any pipe, plastic pipe, whatever it is, you make a one hole small with a small needle or small iron piece. Okay, you may make one hole. If the diameter is less, the water will sprinkle from pipe to some certain distance. That is not a pressure, that is a velocity. The velocity is more. With fastly the water comes out from the pipe, that is velocity. Okay, if you increase the diameter of the pipe or if you increase the diameter of the hole, the pressure will be more, the velocity will be less, the velocity will become gradually less. Okay, it is inversely proportional to, the diameter is directly proportional to velocity, diameter is inversely proportional to pressure. Okay, inversely proportional to pressure. Diameter is inversely proportional to pressure. Okay, understood? The cross sectional area of the throat is smaller than the area of the pipe. The velocity of flow at throat is greater than the velocity of flow in the pipe. Throat దగ్గర ఎందుకు ఎక్కువ ఉంది? diameter తక్కువ ఉంది కాబట్టి velocity ఎక్కువ ఉంది. According to continuity equation, ఇది according to continuity equation, due to increase in velocity of flow at throat, pressure decreases at this section. Okay, velocity కనుక ఇంక్రీజ్ చేస్తే ప్రెషర్ తగ్గుతుంది. మీకు ఇంతకుముందే చెప్పాను, ఇక్కడ diameter is directly proportional to velocity అంటే velocity is inversely proportional to pressure. అంతే కదా? Okay. Due to increase in velocity of flow at throat, pressure decreases at this section according to Bernoulli's theorem. Hence, pressure difference is developed between the inlet and the throat section. Between the inlet and throat section, you can see the pressure variation. The pressure difference between these sections can be determined by connecting either differential manometer or separate pressure gauges. Here you have to connect one pressure gauge. Okay, here you have to connect one pressure gauge. Here you have to connect another pressure gauge, or you have to connect the differential manometer. With the help of these two things or any one, you can find out the pressure variation. The measurement of pressure difference between these two sections enable to find the rate of lift flow of a liquid through the pipe. Okay, how do you find out the pressure? If you want to find out this is flow measurement, right? Now we are talking about the flow measurement. If you want to find out the flow in the particular venturimeter, we have direct formula. CD, coefficient of discharge, into a1 a2 divided by under root of a1 square minus a2 square under root of 2gh. H is nothing but rho by gamma or rho by p1 by gamma or minus p2 by gamma plus 2gh. z1 minus z2 is nothing but h. Datum head from here to here. Okay, or else you can write it as a simply CD into A1 A2 divided by under root of A1 square minus A2 square okay under root of 2gh ఇలా కూడా రాసుకోవచ్చు. అర్థమైంది కదా? ఇది ఒక ఈక్వేషన్ అనుకోండి, ఒకటి అనుకోండి. ఇక్కడ స్మాల్ a1 అంటే ఏంటిది? స్మాల్ a1 ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్లో ఎట్ ద ఇన్లెట్ ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్, ఇన్లెట్ ఓకే ఏరియా. నెక్స్ట్ a2 అంటే ఏంటిది? థ్రోట్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్. a2 ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ థ్రోట్. Cross sectional area, throat area. Okay, g equal to acceleration due to gravity, cd equal to coefficient of discharge of the venturimeter. Generally we will take 0.98. cd enta? cd 0.98. okay, h equal to venturi head. Here for horizontal venturimeter h equal to horizontal ganaka unte venturimeter h equal to p1 by w or p1 by gamma minus p2 by w. సో ఇదే మీకు ఇక్కడ రాశాను, h ఈక్వల్ టు p1 by gamma మైనస్ p2 by gamma లేదా p1 by w మైనస్ p2 by w. ఒక్కొక్క టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ లో ఒక్కొక్కలా ఉంటుంది, సేమ్ ఇలాగే ఉండాలని రూల్ ఏం లేదు. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఇదంతా డెరివేషన్ మనకు అవసరం లేదు, వెంచర్ సంబంధించింది. ఇది కంటిన్యూటీ ఈక్వేషన్ a1 v1 ఈక్వల్ టు a2 v2 డిశ్చార్జ్ ఈక్వల్ టు okay, finally you will get like this, q actual discharge equal to coefficient of discharge into theoretical discharge. Actual discharge కావాలి అంటే cd multiplied with theoretical discharge కి ఇది మొత్తం రావాలి. okay, coefficient of discharge and is defined as the ratio of actual discharge to the theoretical discharge. cd అంటే ఏంటిది? ratio of the actual discharge to the theoretical discharge. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఫ్లో మెజర్మెంట్స్ లో హారిజాంటల్ వెంచూరిమీటర్ కి ఫార్ములా ఇది మీకు ఇంతకుముందే చెప్పాను. ఏంటి? సిడి ఇంటూ a1 a2 బై అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ a1 స్క్వేర్ మైనస్ a2 స్క్వేర్ అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ 2gh. h అంటే ఏంటిది? p1 బై w మైనస్ p2 బై w ఆర్ p1 బై గామా మైనస్ p2 బై గామా. ఓకే, జస్ట్ ఎ మినిట్. ఓకే, ఇది హారిజాంటల్ వెంచురోమీటర్ కి ఫార్ములా. If you suppose to take a vertical venturometer కి here you can see the figure. ఇక్కడ ఒకటి differential manometer కనెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది between the inlet and throat. This is the datum. Finally మీకు డిప్లొమా లెవెల్లో డైరెక్ట్ ఫార్ములాస్ ఉన్నాయి, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఇది ఫార్ములా. Q యాక్చువల్ రావాలి అంటే CD into A1 A2 divided by under root of A1 square minus A2 square under root 2GH. GH H ఎలా వస్తుంది? P1 by W minus P2 by W plus 2GH మళ్ళీ 2 times of G into Z1 minus Z2. ఇది vertical. Okay. Find the flow rate in a venturometer as shown in figure if the mercury manometer reads H equal to 10 centimeters. ఇక్కడ మెర్క్యూరీ ఎంత ఉందంట? 10 centimeters ఉంది. Okay, rise. The pipe diameter is 20 centimeter and throat diameter is 10 centimeters. Datum head is 0.45 meters. This difference is 0.45 meters. 0.45 meters. Take CD equal to 0.98. Direction of flow is downward. So from the top to bottom water is flowing. So formula మీకు తెలుసు డైరెక్ట్. P1 by W minus P2 by W equal to SM into H plus delta Z minus H. ఇది ఫార్ములా. ఇక్కడ కింద బాటంలో మీకు రావాలి అంటే బాటంలో ఎలా వస్తుంది? డిశ్చార్జ్ ప్లస్ డాటమ్ హెడ్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు H plus Y. ఈ H ప్లస్ Y. ఓకే, ఈ పోర్షన్లో మీకు ఇక్కడ రావాలి అంటే ప్రెషర్, ఈ సర్టెన్ ప్రెషర్ ఈ లెవెల్లో రావాలి అంటే Y ప్లస్ H ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఈ ZH ప్లస్ QX ఆర్ X. ఇవి రెండు యాడ్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఇవి రెండు యాడ్ చేసిన ఒకటే, ఇటు సైడ్ లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ Y ప్లస్ H యాడ్ చేసిన ఒకటే. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ దీనికి ప్రాబ్లం సాల్వ్ చేయండి. ఇందులో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తే మీకు వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఒక 2 minutes తీసుకోండి, సాల్వ్ చేయండి. మీకు CD తెలుసు, ఈ ZH డెల్టా Z తెలుసు, H ఎంత? డిఫరెన్స్ 10 centimeters, అది కూడా తెలుసు. యూ నో వెరీ వెల్ 10 centimeters. ఓకే, CD equal to 0.98, G 9.81, P1 pressure divided by W 9810 or gamma specific of the fluid P2 divided by 9810. This Z1 minus Z2 is nothing but 0. Okay, so you know everything here. Solve. Come on, do it. Two minutes like what? Okay, next orifice. An orifice is a device, or orifice is an opening, usually circular, in wall or a tank or in a plate, normal to the axis of the pipe, the plate being either at the end of the pipe or some intermediate section or intermediate location. An orifice is characterized by the fact that the thickness of the wall or plate is very small relative to the size of opening. So already you have studied about the orifice and mouthpieces. This is the wall or plate. At the side of the wall or plate, we have one opening. From this opening, water is flowing. Okay, for this, coefficient of correction, coefficient of velocity, coefficient of discharge, coefficient of contraction is 0.62. Coefficient of contraction is 0.62. For sharp edged orifice. For sharp edged orifice, coefficient of contraction is 0.62. Coefficient of velocity is 0.98. Coefficient of discharge is 0.61. You know very well all these things: coefficient of contraction, coefficient of velocity, coefficient of discharge. For spare shoulders, here we have plate like sphere, edges are like sphere. Coefficient of contraction is 0.62, coefficient of velocity is 0.98, coefficient of discharge is 0.61. If you see the thick plate sphere edge, we have thick plate size, thickness is more. Okay, for this CC value is 1, CB value 0.86, CD value 0.86. If you see the rounded, if there is shape like round, CC value is 1, CB value is 0.9, CD value is 0.9. Okay. According to size, the classification of orifices is: first one is small orifice and large orifice. According to shape, circular orifice, rectangular orifice, square orifice, triangular orifice. So we have different types of orifices according to shape. According to size, small orifice and large orifice. An orifice is termed as a small. When it will be considered as a small? When it is the small, size is small compared to head causing flow, the velocity does not vary appreciably from top to bottom edge of the orifice and assumed to be uniform. From the top to bottom, velocity should be uniform. From top to bottom, the velocity should be uniform. That is small orifice. Or if it is less than 0.5 times of the size of the orifice, that is also, sorry, greater than 0.5 times of the orifice is also small orifice. If it is less than 0.5 times of the orifice, that is large orifice. Okay, the head is greater than 0.5 times of the orifice is called as small orifice. If the head is less than 0.5 times of the orifice is called as large orifice. The orifice is large if the dimensions are comparable with the head causing flow. The variation in the velocity from top to bottom edge is considerable. Okay, according to shape of upstream edge, sharp edged orifice, bell mouthed orifice. We have two types of the orifices: sharp edged orifice, next one is bell mouthed orifice. If according to discharge conditions, free discharging orifice, submerged orifice, two different things. If you want to find out the coefficients, you know very well, it is the ratio of area of jet at vena contracta to the area of the orifice. Okay, that is nothing but coefficient of contraction. Area of jet at vena contracta to the area of the orifice, that is coefficient of contraction. Actual velocity to the theoretical velocity, ratio is nothing but coefficient of velocity. The ratio between the actual velocity to the theoretical velocity is nothing but coefficient of velocity. The ratio between the actual discharge to the theoretical discharge is nothing but coefficient of discharge. Actual discharge to the theoretical discharge is equal to coefficient of discharge. How do you get the actual discharge? V actual into area of actual. Q equal to area into velocity. Discharge equal to area into velocity. discharge equal to area into velocity. Adi actual discharge equal to actual discharge equal to area, actual area into actual velocity. Actual velocity. For theoretical velocity into theoretical area. Then you will get the CV into CC. CD equal to CV into CC. Okay. Like this you can write down. What is meant by vena contracta? Vena contracta is nothing but is a section of jet of minimum area. ఎక్కడైతే మీకు జెట్ ఫ్లో అవుతున్నప్పుడు క్రాస్ సెక్షనల్ ఏరియా తగ్గుతుందో ఆ క్రాస్ సెక్షనల్ ఏరియా తగ్గిన ప్లేస్ ని వీనా కాంట్రాక్టా అంటాము. It is nothing but vena contracta. Wherever we are observing the minimum cross sectional area in the jet, that area is called vena contracta. The place is called vena contracta. This section is about 0.5 times of the dia of the orifice. That section at the zero point 0.5 times of the dia of the orifice. If the dia of the orifice is 10 meters or 10 centimeters, it happens at d by 2, 10 by 2, 5 centimeter length. Okay, you can observe at the 5 centimeter length. Diameter of the orifice d dot is nothing but diameter of the orifice. Okay, if you see the small orifice, figure shows a tank having a small orifice at its bottom. Let it flow. Its tank is steady. This is the flow. From here water is flowing. Head H water was stored up to this level. This is datum. Surface. It is nothing but small tank provided on the one pedestal or some other place. Okay, from bottom to surface to top level of the water is Z1. From top level of the orifice to the datum level is Z2. Okay, let's take section 1 at the surface and 2 just outside of the tank near orifice. Now we are taking the two sections, section 1 and 2. This is 1, this is 1, here 2. Okay, according to Bernoulli's equation, potential energy plus kinetic energy plus datum energy is equal to at point 1 equal to point 2. Okay, here P1 by W is nothing but 0, kinetic head also 0, only we have datum head, that is Z1. P2 by W is 0, potential head, velocity head also is there. Sorry, at second side some velocity, with velocity water is flowing like this. Okay, that is v square by v2 square by 2g. We have z2 also. So equate these two things. From this equation you will get v2 square by 2g equal to z1 minus z2 equal to h. V theoretical equal to under root of 2gh. Okay, understood? How do you get the theoretical velocity? By equating the two energies, two sides of energies, at two sections of energy. Potential energy, kinetic energy, datum energy at point 1 equal to potential energy, kinetic energy, datum energy at point 2. Okay, here potential energy is 0 at point 1, datum energy is at Z1, kinetic energy also 0. At point 2, potential energy is 0, kinetic energy is V2 square by 2g, datum energy is Z2. Now equate both the equations. From that you will get the theoretical velocity. Okay, if you take the small orifice discharge, you will get q theoretical equal to area into velocity, a into root 2gh. Q theoretical equal to cd into area into velocity. Okay, cd into area into velocity. Theoretical velocity into the under root 2gh. Okay, this is the theoretical velocity discharge, coefficient of discharge. Same thing you can find out in the mouthpiece also. What is meant by mouthpiece? A tube or mouthpiece is a short pipe whose length is not more than 2 or 3 diameters. This is also small diameter of the pipe. It is fitted to the tank. ఇది ఒక పైపు ట్యాంక్ కి ఫిట్ చేసి ఉంది, దాన్ని మౌత్ పీస్ అంటారు. ఆరిఫైస్ కి ఏంటి, డైరెక్ట్ ట్యాంక్ కు ఒక స్మాల్ ఓపెనింగ్ ఉంటుంది, ఇందులోంచి వాటర్ వెళ్ళిపోతాయి, దాన్ని ఆరిఫైస్ అంటున్నాం. మౌత్ పీస్ అంటే దీనికి ఎక్స్టెండెడ్ పోర్షన్ ఒక పైప్ అటాచ్ చేస్తాం, ఈ పైప్ లో నుంచి వాటర్ బయటికి వెళ్ళిపోతాయి, దాన్ని మౌత్ పీస్ అంటున్నాం. A tube or mouthpiece is a short pipe whose length is not more than 2 or 3 diameters. There is no sharp distance between a tube and a thick walled orifices. A tube may be uniform diameter or it may be diverge. Tube అనేది యూనిఫామ్ ఉండొచ్చు, డైవర్జ్ ఉండొచ్చు. మౌత్ పీస్ లో డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఉన్నాయి, కన్వర్జెంట్, డైవర్జెంట్, డైవర్జెంట్, నార్మల్, ప్లేన్ mouthpiece. Okay, we have different types of mouthpieces. If you see the nozzle, through nozzle also you can find out the discharge. You have to cut the section at point 1, at section 2. Nozzle means a nozzle is a tube of changing diameter, usually converging as shown in figure, is used for liquids. So convergingly the size of the tube or pipe gradually changing, that is nothing but nozzle. Here at section 1 diameter of the pipe d1, at section 2 diameter of the pipe is d2, p1, at section 1 p1 pressure, p2 pressure at point 2. Now same as it is, you have to equate both two things, two kinds of energies. One side potential energy, kinetic energy, datum energy. Here datum energy is 0. Why? Because it is provided an datum. It is not a vertical, it is horizontal. Pipe you should keep it on surface, then the datum level will become 0. Okay, from this equation P1 by W or P1 by gamma plus 0 plus V1 square by 2G equal to 0 plus at point 2. Here potential energy is 0, potential energy is 0 at point 2. Clear? P1 by W equal to 0. Same Z2 is also 0, V2 square by 2G is there. From this equation you bring out V2 square by 2G minus V1 square by 2G equal to P1 by gamma, P1 by gamma or P1 by W. Finally from this equation you will get Q1 by A2 square, Q square by A2 square minus Q2 square by A1 square is equal to 2G into P1 by gamma. Okay, according to continuity equation Q equal to Q1 equal to Q2. So here discharge ఎక్కడైతే ఎంత ఉందో పాయింట్ 1 లో పాయింట్ 2 లో కూడా అంతే ఉంటుంది అనుకుంటాను, ఈక్వల్ అవుతుంది. సో అప్పుడు టోటల్ డిశ్చార్జ్ ఈక్వల్ కాబట్టి Q ఈక్వల్ టు Q1 ఈక్వల్ టు Q2. అప్పుడు Q ఈక్వల్ టు ఏంటి, ఏరియా ఇంటూ వెలాసిటీ at 1 at point 2 A2 into V2. Okay, so finally from this derivation you will get Q equal to CD into A1 A2 under root divided by under root A1 minus A2 square under root 2GH. H is nothing but P1 by gamma or P1 by W. Okay, so if you consider the vena contracta in the nozzle, it is a section of jet of a minimum area. The section is about 0.5 times of D naught from upstream edge of the opening, where D naught is the diameter of the orifice. Okay, so ikkada Q actual ela vastadi, CD into area into velocity, CD into area into velocity. So area A1 A2 under root of A1 square minus A2 square, velocity under root 2GH, 2GH, H is nothing but P1 by gamma. So from this you have to take the constant K. Okay, coefficient of nozzle, that is coefficient, you will get coefficient equal to CD into A1 CD into A naught divided by under root of A1 square minus CC square into A naught square. So here P1 is then measured with the help of piezometer or manometer. P1 ఎలా వస్తుంది manometer or piezometer తోటి వస్తుంది. Okay, A2 CC into A naught. A naught అంటే the area of cross sectional area of the nozzle. Okay, CC equal to coefficient of contraction. ఇవి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. మీకు ఈ డెరివేషన్ అవసరం లేదు, జస్ట్ ఫార్ములా అవసరం అంతే. Finally, if you apply one piezometer or insert a piezometer, you will get the gauge pressure. You can find out the gauge pressure. P1 by W equal to X plus Sm into H, specific gravity of mercury into height. Okay, this is X. X is nothing but distance from here to here. Okay, next. This is a calibration curves. You have to find out the CD, CC, CV, etc. Calibration curve between, you have to draw between discharge versus head to the power of 1 by 2 or discharge to the power of discharge versus head to the power of 3 by 2. Okay, so ila head x axis తీసుకోవచ్చు, y axis. Okay, numerical problems. A discharge and a head loss in a nozzle are 20 liters per second and 0.5 meters respectively. This is discharge. This is head loss, H. If dia of pipe is 10 cm and dia of nozzle is 4 cm, determine the manometric reading. Manometric fluid is mercury. Mercury in the akada. Clear? So here x equal to 5 centimeters. Then find out the manometric reading with the help of this equation. P1 by gamma equal to X plus Sm into H. You will get the value. Okay, numerical problems ఇవి సాల్వ్ చేయండి ఒకసారి చూడండి. ఒక జెట్ discharging from an orifice in a vertical plane under a head of 3.65 meters. The diameter of the orifice is 3.75 centimeters and measured discharge is 6 meter cube per second. The coordinates of center line of jet are 3.46 meters horizontally from the vena contracta and 0.9 meters below the center of the orifice. Then find the coefficient of discharge. CD find out ఏమంటాడు, velocity and contraction. Okay, see, actual discharge equal to ఏంటిది, coefficient of discharge into area into theoretical discharge. Okay, CD into A into root 2GH. ఇది ఫార్ములా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఇందులో నుంచి కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ వెలాసిటీ ఎలా వస్తుంది, యాక్చువల్ వెలాసిటీ టు థియరిటికల్ వెలాసిటీ రేషియో చేస్తే మీకు కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ వెలాసిటీ వస్తుంది. యాక్చువల్ వెలాసిటీకి ఎట్లా వస్తుంది, అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ GX స్క్వేర్ బై 2y. V థియరిటికల్ ఎట్లా వస్తుంది, అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ 2GH. సో ఇది ఎట్లా వచ్చింది, మీకు ఒక ఫార్ములా ఉంది, ఒక డెరివేషన్ ఉంది. డెరివేషన్ ఉందా లేదా, టైమ్ ఆఫ్ ఎంప్టీయింగ్ ట్యాంక్ ఎట్లా వస్తుంది దానికి, x square by 4h. సపోజ్ మీరు ఇక్కడ ఏం చేయాలి, ఎక్స్ అండ్ వై ఆర్ ఏమో హారిజాంటల్ అండ్ వర్టికల్ డిస్టెన్స్. ఇప్పుడు ఈ ఎక్స్ ఏమో హారిజాంటల్ డిస్టెన్స్, వై ఏమో వర్టికల్ డిస్టెన్స్. ఓకే, ఫ్రమ్ పాయింట్ ఏ వీనా కాంట్రాక్టర్ దగ్గర తీసుకుంటున్నాం. ఇది వీనా కాంట్రాక్టర్ పాయింట్. ఓకే, దెన్ హారిజాంటల్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఏమొస్తుంది, ఎక్స్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఏమవుతుంది, విటి, వి థియరిటికల్ ఆర్ వి థియరిటికల్ ఈక్వల్ చేసాం. ఇందులో నుంచి టీ ఏమవుతుంది, టీ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎక్స్ బై వి, సారీ వి ఇంటూ టీ, ఇది వి ఇంటూ టీ. x equal to velocity into time, distance equal to velocity into time. డిస్టెన్సే కదా ఇది, హారిజాంటల్ డిస్టెన్స్ x ఈక్వల్ టు వెలాసిటీ ఇంటూ టైం. ఓకే, సో అప్పుడు t ఈక్వల్ టు ఏమవుతుంది, టైం ఈక్వల్ టు x బై v, హారిజాంటల్ డిస్టెన్స్ బై వెలాసిటీ. ఇది ఈక్వేషన్ 1 అనుకోండి, ఇది ఈక్వేషన్ 1 అనుకోండి. తర్వాత వర్టికల్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఎట్లా వస్తుంది, వర్టికల్ డిస్టెన్స్ y ఈక్వల్ టు హాఫ్ gt స్క్వేర్. మీకు ఫిజిక్స్ లో చదువుకుని ఉంటారు, వర్టికల్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఈక్వల్ టు హాఫ్ gt స్క్వేర్. హాఫ్ gt స్క్వేర్. సబ్స్టిట్యూటింగ్ ఈ వాల్యూని ఏం చేస్తారు, ఇది తీసుకెళ్ళి దీంట్లో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసుకోండి. టీని ఇందులో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తే మీకు ఏమైతే లాస్ట్కి వెలాసిటీ v ఈక్వల్ టు అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ gx స్క్వేర్ gx స్క్వేర్ బై 2y. ఇప్పుడు t ఈక్వల్ టు x బై v అని మనకు తెలుసు. ఈ టీని తీసుకొచ్చి ఈ టీ దగ్గర సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయండి, ఇక్కడ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయండి, చేస్తే మీకు y ఈక్వల్ టు హాఫ్ ఇంటూ g ఇంటూ x బై v అవుతుంది. సో ఫైనల్లీ v ఈక్వల్ టు ఏమవుతుంది, అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ gx స్క్వేర్ బై 2y అవుతుంది. ఇక్కడ మీకు అదే ఇక్కడ చూపించాను. ఓకే, సో ఇది దీనికి సంబంధించిన ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. సో ఫైనల్లీ కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ వెలాసిటీ ఎట్లా వస్తుంది, కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ వెలాసిటీ రావాలి అంటే x స్క్వేర్ coefficient of velocity is equal to actual velocity by theoretical velocity kada. Actual velocity is equal to under root of gh square divided by theoretical velocity loss the 2y into 2gh. Finally you will get under root of x square by 4yh. ఇది ఫార్ములా కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ వెలాసిటీ కావాలి అంటే. ఓకే, సో దీంతో మీరు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు. సాల్వ్ చేయండి ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే, సో చూడండి నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్లో మిగతా చూద్దాం.